For this assignment, I kind of reviewed the last 3 weeks based on the last exercise that I did a few weeks ago, and I did the exercise 2.6, where it kind of showed you how to separate goals between physical and mental. And first of all, I thought that it was really interesting how I've been an athlete my entire life pretty much, and I've never been asked to do that before. So the last 3 weeks since doing that activity, I've kind of subconsciously looked at everything that way, specifically chores, because as a college student, I don't really work out anymore. So for this assignment, I kind of focused less on my athletic journey and more of just my life journey, just because athletics aren't really a big part of my life anymore. But I found the same physical versus mental component in other areas. For example, I kind of lack in like the mental motivation to like get up and do something sometimes. And I always kind of blame it on the physical aspect of like I'm too tired, or I don't know, I just don't want to get up and do it. But kind of looking at the mental component, thinking, well, my goal is to take the trash out or something like that, or my goal is to do laundry, my goal is to clean my room, my goal is to do homework. Even taking homework, for example, my goal is to do homework, but that's just the physical part, like doing the homework. So taking a look at the mental aspect is interesting because yes, that's the ultimate goal, just like getting a certain time in a race. Like I want to get sub 240 in the 800 meters in track. So doing homework could be that final goal, but I don't often ask myself why I need to do that goal, how I need to do that goal, how completing that goal is going to help me. So how when I was in high school as a runner, if my coach had asked me questions like that, I would say something a little more well thought out than, well, I want to win. Because that's probably what high school me would have said. But now it would be, I want to develop more as an athlete. I want to be a better leader for my teammates. I want to fulfill, just things like that. So even now, it's like, well, why do you do homework? If you ask me that now, it's to get a good grade. You have to do homework to get a good grade. So I do the homework so I can get a good grade. But if you really look at the mental part of it, like I have the past few weeks, granted I've been lacking a little because I've been very stressed in other areas, but still, even when I think of it, it's more so like I need to learn this actual content because this content is going to help me, or I am going to be a better future recreation therapist because of this content and this material that I'm required to learn. My iPad did fall, so sorry about the cut. But looking back at the goals I set when I completed that assignment, they include having a more positive internal dialogue while working out. So again, kind of scratching the while working out because I just don't really work out anymore since high school. So it's been a good 3 years since I've even consistently worked out. But nonetheless, even having a more positive internal dialogue throughout other challenges outside of athletes, I find myself doing a much better job of that. Like I said before, whether it's like doing homework, doing simple chores, I think I just have a lot more success than I used to in terms of goal setting and learning how to complete those goals. Because again, like I said in this assignment, goals in high school were get a 220 in the 800 meter or a sub 1 minute in the 400 meter. Those goals are good, but they are just focused on the final outcome. I think if I could go back and change my goals, I'd make them a little bit how I make goals now, which is more process oriented. Kind of like that chapter showed too, like even categorizing the goals in different areas. I think if I were to go back and tell my peers to write out goals, or if my coach told me to write out goals, they would be all physical. No ifs, ands, or buts questions about it. I would not write a single mental goal because that's just not something I was really taught or something that was really prioritized for young athletes, or any athletes for that matter. So I liked the exercise a lot because a lot of times you need to separate it like that in order to get that outcome. Because if you say write down 6 goals, they'll all be physical. But if you say write down 3 physical goals and 3 mental goals, then you'll see the variety that you're probably looking for. So I've even been doing that myself too, and that's helped a lot. Let's see, one of my other goals was increasing my muscle mass. A good goal overall, because I could have said something like, I want to bench this number. But in reality, it's kind of like the same as PRing, where yes, that's a good physical goal. It's still an accomplishment nonetheless, but having a goal like increasing muscle mass, it still shows improvement and hard work, and could even involve lifting a higher weight, but it kind of focuses on the process and not necessarily just checking a box at the end of a workout. Let's see, improving my drive to actually get up and go work out. This one I did fail at. I did not do a good job of this one. I wanted to start working out again. My mental game was just not good enough to do that because, like I said, I've been really stressed recently. But I think even the idea of going and working out can be very subjective, because a workout for somebody could be just checking off a box. Like on the to-do list, yes, I went to the gym today. When I think something a little more productive and a little more engaging with somebody could be, I don't know, just have a good mindset during my workout today, or push through my barriers a little more during my workout today, just things like that. So overall, I kind of failed on my athletic goals, but I feel as though I was still able to apply them in other areas of my life in the past 3 weeks. And I do feel that after the exercise and reviewing how to make goals and goal set, I was able to be successful in my goal setting the past 3 weeks.